Hello everyone, this is Harless58 signing on to do my video review of the Pebble Time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a combination review with the Pebble Time and the Pebble Time Steel. So here we have the Pebble Time, and then on my wrist we have the Pebble Steel. I guess from the fact that this one is on my wrist, it should kind of give you guys a guess as to which one I prefer. Okay, so before we get into specifics, or rather my opinion on the matter, we'll talk a little bit about some specs, I guess, like very small, or just some things that I think you guys would be interested in knowing. So the Pebble Time and the Pebble Time Steel both support I guess you could say these quick release 22mm watch bands that you can swap out relatively quickly. It's the same thing with the Asus ZenWatch 2 that I did my review on. It also has the quick release 22mm watch bands, and this is actually the watch band for the Asus ZenWatch 2. This is just another one that I put on there just for shits and giggles that I got off of my Fossil just to make sure it would work. So that is actually a really nice feature. I will go ahead and say that that is definitely a pro for this. There are lots of times, even with the Moto 360, where I wanted to swap out the wristbands before, and yes, you can swap them out. They're just a lot difficult to do. These quick release bands really make things a lot faster. I mean, I could demonstrate how easy, so I guess I'll go ahead and show you. So take it out, and then this one I will say is actually the harder one to do because it's thicker, and put it in. Look at that. So that's good. Battery life, also another pro. So I'll go ahead and say that this is supposed to be rated at 10 days, and this is supposed to be rated at 7 days. I'm going to say that that's very tentative based upon the usage by the user. I got this in, I believe, either Thursday or Friday whenever I posted the video. Charged it that night. Friday I went out with it, and I've been wearing it ever since, pretty much. And today I started getting notifications that I was on 10%, 20% battery. So today is only Tuesday, and so let's do the math. Let's count Friday as a whole day, even though I technically didn't use it until that night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's only 5 days. I will say that I did not get any indicators on this as far as what my battery life is. So let's see if I can go ahead and back out on here, and we can check out my battery. And on this I have 50%. Sorry, let's see if I can get it to zoom in. 50%. Okay. And then on here, I'll go ahead and show you guys. I'm not lying to you. I have 10%. Let's see if I can get it to zoom. Yeah, 10%. Okay. So, again, I think that's just based upon the actual usage that you have with the device, because I have not, ever since I got this in pretty much on that Friday, I've been wearing this device and not this one. As you guys saw, one of the apps that I have on the Pebble Time is a sleep tracking app, PlexFit, which is a really awesome app that I would recommend for anyone and everybody. But I'll get to that in a second. Sorry. So anyways, you saw it was a sleep tracking app, and it was up and it had like 84 hours or something like that, because it's just been, I haven't been using it. It's just been sitting to the side. I even had my wife try it on to see if she liked it, and you know, possibly going to give it to her, but that's not going to happen. So, okay, so we talked about battery life. We talked about the swappable wristbands. We'll go ahead and talk about the UI. So the UI is relatively simple. I thought that I wouldn't like it based upon, you know, the fact that I've been using Android Wear for a while, and it's not touchscreen, and so it's all based upon these buttons. These buttons are awesome, though. They really are. So this is the back button, as I said before. This is the select button. Up, down. Okay, so if you wanted to right now, I believe the OS, it's called like Timeline or something like that. So if I scroll, well, right now, let's see, I got a message. I don't want to blow anyone up. Okay, so I'll go back because I don't want to show that message. But messages do pop up right on the device, which is obviously good because it's a device that you want to use for your notifications. So let me go ahead and scroll down, and we'll see what else I have coming up. So here, sunsets at 5:32 p.m. Have a rapid review at 9 p.m. If I go back, it'll tell me what all I should have been doing. Sorry. Go ahead and go back. Apologies again, and it'll show what I should have been doing. So at 7:30 a.m. I was supposed to work out my arms. Then I was supposed to, you know, read Pearls, whatever, the book. Cool. So I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, just close out. Cool. All right. And then you can go ahead and hit the select button, and you go into like like a smaller menu, and it lists the apps that you have on here, and then you can select them and go into their subsettings. Okay, so it's cool. I like the UI a lot. It's really intuitive, and it's really simple to use. Yeah, I thought it wouldn't be. And then obviously, I have watch faces, and so this one is a watch face that I have that shows the days of Christmas, 9 days until Christmas, and it's like a live wallpaper essentially, as you guys see it moving. And that could be part of the reason, I guess I'll go ahead and say, why the battery life on this could be lasting a little bit less, because it's a live wallpaper and the screen is always on. But whatever, semantics. So yeah, so I really do like the UI a lot. The UI is not holding it back. What do I predominantly use this for? So I've been using it for working out. I've been using it for like logging my steps. So it's not a standalone sort of device that you can only solely use for working out, at least not for what I do. I do, like some high intensity interval training, some, other cardio exercises, some weightlifting, boxing, freeletics. It's like a combination of different things. So I really can't use this only if I wanted to. With that, I would recommend maybe another device that I'll talk about later, but it's good for just casual. So like if you're just a person that wants, something to count your steps, you can do that. You want something that's going to count your sleep, you can do that. If you want like a heart rate monitor, you shouldn't be getting one on your wrist anyways. You should get like a chest heart rate monitor, which I have, and you can connect that to your phone. I'm trying to do my research to find out if there is a way to connect the heart rate monitor directly to this device. And then if so, then that'd be pretty cool. And then that kind of alleviates the need to carry around the phone a little bit. You're still going to need the phone to listen to music. Okay. So as a standalone device, I guess you could say standalone smartwatch, it's not the best standalone smartwatch, because when you think of a standalone smartwatch, you're thinking of something that's going to make and receive phone calls, something that you can text with, something that you can take for a jog that's going to have GPS, something that you can listen to music with. No, you can't do that with this, unfortunately. But the things that it does great. And I have used standalone devices before, and they're never good enough. So like I said, like a watch with GPS, or a watch with that you can listen to music to, whatever the case may be. It's okay for a watch. That's literally exactly the way that I explain it to anyone that asks me for my recommendation. It's not going to be as good as a phone. It's just not as good. And I don't think that smartwatches are there yet. Maybe Android Wear with the next update or two, it might be there. I haven't used the Apple Watch, so I can't really speak on it. So it's fine that it doesn't have a heart rate monitor for me or GPS tracking, because I'm going to have my phone anyways. But the things that it does great. Voice recognition on this with sending and receiving text messages is awesome. To respond to notifications. Notification system is good. You want to pause and play music, you can, because it acts as, I guess, like a intermediate Bluetooth device where you can press pause, turn up the volume, whatever the case may be. Sleep tracking is awesome. It automatically kicks in and tracks your sleep. The battery life, even though I kind of started off negatively at the beginning about it lasting 5 days, the fact that I don't have to charge it every night is still awesome when I have to do that with my Android Wear device. And so therefore, because of that, I don't get accurate sleep tracking, which is kind of a bummer. So I get sleep tracking. I get a pedometer with PlexFit, which is an app that I would recommend for everyone, because what it does is it allows your step counting to be integrated into Google Fit. And for me, that's great, because I use Google Fit along with a number of other apps that kind of integrate all of my data collectively. And so I needed to be able to track. I needed basically for everything to sync with Google Fit, and the fact that they have the app PlexFit that does that, it's great. So what else do I have to say about these two devices? So now that's just kind of the standalone, or rather that's kind of the synopsis of any sort of Pebble Time device that you're going to get. But now if we're going to talk about comparing between the Pebble Time Steel and the Pebble Time, don't get the Pebble Time. I'm just going to be 100% honest. When I first got this, I liked it and I thought it was cool. And I really did. I took this off to show you guys. I liked this rubberized watch band. I really like it a lot. In fact, I'm going to return this, but I wanted to keep the band, but I found another replacement. If you guys want to know about a watch band or where I'm going to get some of mine from, just let me know and I'll send the link or leave it in the description. But yeah, I like this a lot because I like the band, I like the feel. But when comparing the two, This just looks like a toy. Like, it's not even like the heft. This is just better. It's better built. Really good build quality. And this just, it screams toy. Like, it just does. I don't really know how else to describe it. It's very plasticky. I'm not saying that it's not well built, because it is. I don't think it's going to break, but it just looks cheap in comparison. You know, I'm walking around with this on my wrist, and it doesn't look like, so I paid 150 bucks for this. It doesn't look like I paid that. It looks like I paid 40, 50 bucks, if not less than that. And so I'm okay with spending an extra, what I think I paid 220 for this, extra 70 bucks for premium materials. Everyone that has seen this watch on me has complimented me on it. It's just, it looks nice. To me. So yeah, so I would not get this one strictly because of the build quality. In terms of functionality, they both pretty much do the same thing, except this one has longer battery life. A knock against this watch though, because I did get the one with the red band, is I only wore this. So I wore this watch, like I told you guys, Friday night, and I don't know if you can really pick it up on camera, and I wore it with this wristband, and it got dirty within like 2 hours, which is not really a good look. All I did was like walk around. I went to Santa's Enchanted Forest with the family and walked around for a couple hours, and it's got dirty on the right here. I don't really like that. So that's kind of a knock, I mean, against it, because yeah, I paid 220 bucks, and so I figured that this shouldn't get dirty within like 3 hours. But you can swap out the bands, like I said, for relatively they're relatively inexpensive. Okay, so that pretty much concludes the video. I don't think I have anything else to speak about. If you guys did like the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section, and I will do my best to speak on them. So this is Harless58 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later.